Oh, hi there. Welcome to Shogi in the West, an English language podcast for active Shogi players and Shogi learners around the world. In this podcast, we focus on the topics and the people that matter to those of us outside Japan trying to find our way in this game. And this week's guest is Eduard. Eduard is an active Shogi and chess player from Slovakia who has been making impressive strides in the tournament scene, having recently finished as a semifinalist in the FISA Shogi Wars Kishin tournament and putting up impressive results in the ESC/WOSC. As an Ureshino-ryu practitioner, Eduard is a shogi player of class and distinction, truly putting the Euro in Ureshino-ryu. Welcome to the podcast. And have you played any shogi today?
Yeah, I am very prepared for this question, and I played 50 shogi games today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
On Shogi Wars?
no, on Shogi Quest.
On Shogi Quest? Did you?
To be exact, three on Shogi Wars and 47 on Shogi Quest.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so you are using the free tier on Shogi Wars. What
Yeah,
time what time do you play on Shogi Quest? Like what time control?
uh, usually 10 minutes, but sometimes when I don't have a lot of time, I squeeze in uh, 5 minutes or even 2 minutes.
Okay.
And
Well, for
yeah,
today with 47 games, were those 2 minutes or were those 5 or just did you play
uh,
all day?
yeah, I did play all day, but they were 5 minutes. I actually didn't plan to uh, play that many games, but uh, when the ratings start going down, I wanted to get it back, and uh, this time I was fortunate and get it back, and actually managed to hit my peak on 5 minute
Oh, awesome.
games. Yeah,
What is your peak on Shogi Quest 5 minute?
I think it's 1980,
Wow.
close to 2000.
Wow, wow. That is impressive. That's impressive. So
Thank you.
what stepping back,
Yeah,
um it seems to me the little I know you from the Discord and from the interview that you did for Shogi Leon and for some of the Kishin show that Kishin tournament show.
yeah.
It seems like you're relatively new to shogi. Is that true?
It will be almost 2 years
Okay.
anniversary, so it's relatively, yeah.
You, I would say
I
relatively that's
Yeah,
relatively
yeah.
new. Yeah. So what got you into it?
uh, oh, I guess I will start with my uh, first attempt to start shogi. I was a high schooler, and I, in the back of my mind, I knew something like this existed. I don't know from where. And then I decided I will learn this game and try to uh, go to some tournament or something. So I checked the rules. I think I played one game against uh, some computer program. I am not really sure, but there was little bit personal problem because after I did basics, I checked the the nearest tournament in the area, and I realized it was 8 hours of traveling by various buses and trains, and I couldn't manage do that as a student, and especially I was still beginner in shogi. No, I only read about rules,
Mm,
so I was a little bit discouraged, and also not only there was this tournament far, but also it was once a year. So that was also discouraging for me because I I am and I was chess player, and there were a lot of chess tournaments uh, in the area, some local ones. So I decided that I guess I will put it aside and continue focus on chess. But yeah, this is right now. This is one of my regrets, I would say, because
mm.
when I was participating at European Championship, I felt the amount of experience other had compared to me. I mean, I had amazing results, but I felt if I had spent years playing shogi during high school, I could be stronger. Yeah.
Interesting. So interesting. That's fascinating to me because I would have thought that as an established chess player, an established
Yeah.
tournament, that just backing up even more, you're a titled FIDE chess player, correct? You're
No.
oh you're not a national master or CM?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay. I had heard that, but maybe I
yeah,
misunderstood.
I'm 2100, so it's not far from
Not
candidate
far.
master, oh, but
That's
it's still far.
incredible.
Yeah,
2100 is
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so with all that experience then, you
Yeah.
you still think that there's some shogi specific experience that would have helped?
Mm.
Like,
Uh, for sure. I mean, it's experience in general.
hmm,
Uh, I sometimes now it's lesser problem, but for example, sacrifices in shogi are quite common.
hmm,
But as a chess player, I was always too cautious and didn't want to go for the bold sacrifices, and that really affected my games and even some important results in the tournaments when I was still, for example, first year into shogi,
yeah.
and that's the first thing that came to my mind that would
Okay.
really helped.
Well, as a chess player,
Yeah.
and someone who has spent a lot, I imagine you've spent a lot of your life playing chess. What 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 is motivating you to play shogi though? So even as a high schooler, if you're great at chess, and I would characterize 2100 as great at chess, what motivates you to do something else? You just love this style of game, or you like a lot of different games?
Uh, okay, so uh, back then, I think I was little bit stagnating as for the rating, so I just look for some other things. And to be honest, right now I am consider myself more of a shogi player than a chess player.
Really
Yeah, it this game really enchanted me. Yeah, it's
awesome.
I think the two biggest reasons I like the shogi more, it's the almost the there are basically no draws, and for example, even in tournament, if there is senichite, there is immediately another game played. So, and the draws in chess can be often frustrating when the relatively weaker players start defending, and you are stronger, but you can really do much in some cases. But in shogi, it's really about who can manage the chaos on the board better.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the other big thing is chess opening theory. Uh, I mentioned it in the previous interview, but I don't really like memorizing the opening lines and move after move. And in chess, it's really prevalent to that if you don't know openings really well at relatively higher level where I am at, then you can really struggle compared to shogi where I am having fun playing the amazing opening,
Yes.
and it's not like I know nothing. I check some uh, lines by myself, and it's really nice feeling to explore opening that that isn't really explored, and experiment some variations, and uh, it reminds me of the old school chess I only heard about
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I love, I mean, that's, you sound like this is music to my ears, because that's a lot of how I feel about opening and opening preparation and study. I love studying the opening for my and looking at variations and looking for tricky things to do. And that's actually one of the reasons I was so excited when I first saw your games on the Kishin tournament. And then you were kind enough to share there's a study. I'll link to, if it's still there, I'll link to it in the
yeah.
show notes, the study of your ESC games and WOSC games. And the thing that strikes me, or struck me, is that you're playing Ureshino-ryu, but you play it differently than I've seen other people do. So, the first few moves are the same, but then you take it seems like you take a slightly different approach to it, and maybe even a slightly different approach in each game, where you're trying different things, and you get to some positions that even a prepared opponent might be completely like if someone was preparing for me playing Ureshino-ryu, they could probably expect, they could probably get what they expect in terms of middle games. But for you, I'm not sure they could. So that's something. Do you actively try to? So some of the things I'm thinking of, for example, if you're Gote and you're playing Ureshino-ryu, I've seen you push like a pawn. I've seen you push pawn for four at time. You've made pawn moves on the left side of the board that I would not have necessarily expected, or I wouldn't have done. So are you long story short, are you looking to create those positions, or are you just thinking on at the board on the fly, like what can you do?
Yeah, actually, the this pawn push as Gote is something I think I invented. I
Mm,
never saw it anywhere, but I thought it might be uh, interesting because I struggle a lot as a Gote,
yeah.
but I realized that in this variation, uh, I mean, there are still some problems, but I solved the problems I had, and so I think it's my Ureshino-ryu journey is a lot of trial and error.
Hmm.
I mean, immediately when I started, I played a lot of games and I tried to found some setups for opponent that are unpleasant for me,
Yeah.
and I try to come up with countermeasures, and that's the cycle I'm going uh, through
Yeah.
2 years now.
Interesting. So do you that cycle is that, for example, today you played 50 games. Does that cycle involve playing a lot of games, or are you playing? Are you getting? Are you getting? Are you validating sort of your thoughts through playing a lot of games, or are you analyzing those, or are you looking with an engine, or all of them? How do you validate your ideas, basically?
That's interesting questions. Let me think. Of course, I'm not analyzing every single game,
Yeah.
especially if it's Blitz. Yeah, I am only focusing. I'm analyzing the game. I really spend a lot of time thinking, especially in tournaments. Game in Europe, there are long time controls,
Yeah.
so I analyze those most of those games, and when I play some long time control on 81 Dojo or Shogi Club 24, then those as well. Shogi Club 24 has this nice feature that engine has this graph
Hmm.
immediately after game. Yeah, but I I'm hesitant to use engine a lot because I often struggle to understand what this engine means, and he spits a lot of lines and variation that he thinks it's best, but if I don't see idea behind the moves or the sequence of moves, then I don't see point
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think in shogi that's a huge problem. And it's like
Yeah.
it feels to me like that is one of the major skills of using the engine, is figuring out which ones are human practical and which ones are computery. But is that the same as your approach in chess, or were you more comfortable using the engine in chess to analyze games? I've heard some people make a distinction that saying, chess engines, while they still are tough to understand sometimes, you can get clarity more.
Oh yeah, I used as a chess player's engine more, but uh, at the end of the day, I I know I am a young person, but I play chess like the old school era. So yeah, having a lot of fun playing the dubious openings,
Yeah.
and yeah, actually I will transition to how I came into contact with Ureshino. There was this YouTube video. I think you saw it as well. It was the
The
Shogi
British the
open,
what?
yeah, the British guy, Shogi opening for the chess player.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and when he described it, he compared uh, it to chess openings for white like b3 or f4,
Mm.
and when I heard this information, I was like, those are my main weapons in chess. So I decided yeah, if it's similar to those dubious opening in chess, I really enjoy and have nice results. I was sure it would work in shogi as well.
That's incredible. I
Yeah.
love that you talk about sort of like the old that old approach of thinking about the moves without the engine. Um, is that, do you think, I like, if I read, I'm not a chess player. I'm not good. I have played chess, but I'm not good. But I love the game and I love following the game. So I've read some of the books, like some of the, like a Tal book, or things like that, where they talk about how they play a match, or there's an adjourned match, and they're studying. They're all discussing after the, they're discussing and essentially reviewing the positions. Um, is that something that's lost, do you think, now with engines? I think in shogi it's still there, but like, is that something that's lost, and is that something you really enjoy, like doing it with other people, or are you still mostly on your own?
Yeah, I can feel, especially at higher levels, it's only studying with engines, but at club level and the lower leagues, I from time to time I participate, and it's really nice feeling the remains of the old era, and just analyzing the position
Yeah.
with the other people. And yeah,
How?
I
Oh,
oh
go on.
no, you
Well,
go.
how was it at in Poland this year at the tournament? Were people doing that? Was there a lot of post game discussion or analysis of positions? And anything like that?
Yeah, as far as I saw other people, yeah, there were quite a lot of them
Mhm.
immediately after the match. But I had this problem that almost all of my games went into long session of biomi, and I was completely exhausted after
Yeah,
game. So the post game analysis was like two, like I said, two ideas I had, or which moves might be better, and I went to relax. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. What is in the United States? I've been to two shogi tournaments now, and in our atmosphere, there's a big playing hall. People are playing, and as the games are finished, people will analyze, like, if especially if they finish early, people will analyze at the board while other games are going on, and even other people, including pros, will come around to the boards and like look and discuss. So you have a weird, at least weird to me, um, you've got this situation where there's one board, like, they're playing one of the most important games of their life, and on the next board there's all this chatter with multiple people discussing a game that had already finished. It's a really weird dynamic to me that I like a lot, but I'm not someone competing for the tournament, or I'm not someone competing to win it all. Is the ESC like that? So my perspective, and just I'll stop talking very soon. My perspective is sort of that the European tournament still is very chess-like, where there's a lot of sort of chess culture around the ESC WOSC. Um, is that how it is? Like, are people talking, or is there separate rooms, or?
Uh, I see the point, but I think it's less chess-like than you think. Actually, when in my first shogi tournament, I was really surprised about this culture because in chess tournaments it was absolute silence,
Yeah.
and after you finish game you go out. But to be honest, I really like this culture of
Oh, wait. So it's not like
yeah,
that. So it's not like that at the tournament.
yeah,
After, oh, okay.
yeah. It's same. It really depends, but in the at the European Championship it was like that, and at the other tournaments I was at, it was the same.
Okay.
So
Ah. Well, how
uh,
many
uh,
tournaments have you been to now? How many tournaments throughout Europe have you actually played in at this point? 2 years into your shogi journey. What's your tournament schedule like?
uh, I think it is about 10 or 11.
10 tournaments.
I mean, I organized three of the them, so uh, it makes sense. But
Wow.
yeah, yeah, I was after my first tournament. I really enjoyed the atmosphere and everything about it. So I wanted to participate at more tournaments,
Hmm.
and the biggest turning point was after I qualified at International Shogi Forum. Then I went to as many tournaments as I could to gain a lot of experience because I felt it was necessary, and it was, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. This is my brain is exploded here. I, somehow I didn't realize this. You qualified for ISF and you played in Japan?
Yeah,
What? Wait. Is so there what I know that there was an Ureshino-ryu player there.
yeah,
I didn't realize it was you. Because I think I was asking people, like, is that, I think I was saying, is that Thomas something, like, because I was trying to figure out who
yeah, yeah,
this could possibly be. Wow. So I need to go back and rewatch or relook at some of these Kifus now with this in mind. Oh, so what was that experience like? I'm sort of taken. I was not prepared for this. For this, I'm
yeah.
very excited. So I'm sorry if I'm gushing here. What was that like? From the
From the
qualifying
complete.
stage up.
Okay. So the qualifying tournament, actually uh, I was notified about this qualification not even, I think, few weeks before the actual tournament. This qualification was my second tournament in my career, and uh, at my first tournament, when I surprised a lot of people in Slovak shogi scene.
Yeah.
So when I visited the second one, there were already cautious of me, even though I was back then. I mean, fifth or fourth no queue.
Q.
Yeah, but even Dan players were had respect.
Wow.
So
How many people? What is that Slovakia scene like? Especially at that time, how many players are there, and what's sort of the approximate ratings range?
back then it was about 15 players, and the top player was first Q Fesa. I'm on 81 Dojo. I think he's done.
Mm.
And other player is done as well.
Mm.
Uh, and yeah, but it was open qualification, so we had few people from other countries as well. There was this,
Wow.
of course, strong Japanese player, Fort Dan, who just came and destroyed everyone. Yeah, but uh, it was really exciting. Uh, and first two games I played actually the father and son duo, who
Mm.
uh, were fourth Q on 81 Dojo, I think. So I was cautious and win quite easily, but third game was really intense. It was strongest Slovakian player back then, and I quickly got into time trouble. He had a lot of
What was the time
time.
control?
It was 30 minutes and 30-second
Okay.
Bioyomi. I had like 15-minute less, uh, and it position was really blocked. Nobody could do much, and we even repeated a few moves. And he basically offered Senichite,
Yeah.
but the next game would be played with the remaining time, and I was scared of that, and also I was Sente, so I tried crazy attack and managed to win the game.
Mm.
And actually, the last round I played the second strongest, and it was the deciding match, and it was really fireworks from the beginning, but I managed to early into middle game I managed to find really nice dragon sacrifice. I promoted rook and immediately I sacrificed it, and there was I think 7 move tsume.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
it
So
was
how are you?
I
How would you
yeah,
have been feeling at that moment?
it was really unbelievable. It was months. I still couldn't believe I actually managed to secure the position, and I was going to faraway country at the other side of the world. Yeah, my parents were surprised as well. They uh, I told them at the tournament that I'm participating at this
Yeah.
event, and I could potentially go to Japan. And yeah, I win, so it was big surprise there as well. And then it was after I qualified, it was intense training, like as they say. I went to the Actually, I visited three ISF qualification. I went to the Czech Republic to visit their ISF qualification and also the Polish qualification.
Mm.
So I saw how they played, and they were really strong players.
And you
Both
played in that
in
event as well.
Yeah, I mean, uh, the qualification was only for those players, but it was I could still participate in the tournament.
Okay. Yeah. That's similar to
Yeah.
how our in 2024 our tournament was the same. We had the second place finisher was from Canada, and we also had some Japanese players in the event. But the winner was from the United States, and then the third
Mm.
place was from the United States. So they got our two ISF slots, and I think I was 12th. So a lot of people would have had to had to fall back. Yeah. Oh boy. So you went to these, you visited these. Um, are you doing any particular training outside of that? Like, did you like double down on sume training, or did what changed once you realized you were going to Japan?
Uh, yeah, it's I I played, of course, a lot of games and
Yeah.
analyzed them, Tsume, and I I made the big decision and learned. I think it was two variation. So I had more weapons outside the Ureshino.
Mm,
I mean, it was I I I'm still the uh, Ureshino players, but there were few variation I didn't like,
yeah.
so I switched the playstyle. I think when in the Kishin tournament against the Shikenbisha, I played Elmo and didn't go for the Ureshino. So yeah, I back then I tried to learn few new things, but yeah, my idea was only learn how the ideas and plans and not to memorize the sequences because I'm really bad at this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a lot like my path too, where against Freebisha I was experimenting with some non Ureshino-ryu, or something that might start Ureshino-ryu and then go into this Nakazumai type
Yeah.
defense. And I know Ureshino Sensei himself often against Freebisha will go opposing rook himself. But nowadays with Koshiro, from Brazil, with his help, I've found a Torizashi that I'm very happy with, and I'm using that against Freebisha.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how, as Ureshino-ryu players, we experiment with these things that we don't do too
Yeah.
well against.
I I think I hit the wall uh, below the third dan on 81 dojo.
Mm,
Uh, until then, I was still spamming the Ureshino no matter what. But
yeah.
yeah, I felt that I need a little bit of spice of something else.
Yep.
Yeah,
What just as a side note before we get back to
yeah,
ISF,
yeah.
what's your current rating on 81 Dojo?
I think it's 2030 for done.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's what about Shogi
Yeah.
Wars?
Uh, I, third done on 10 and 3 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Incredible. Okay. Sorry for
No,
sorry.
no, no problem.
Um okay, so you trained, you got ready. Um what was the trip like? I need to live vicariously through people who can make these trips, and so I need all the details.
Uh, I was the trip was a really big adventure because up till this trip, I at most visited the neighboring country. So and suddenly I'm going at the other side of the world. It
Mhm.
was my first plane trip, so I was really nervous about that as well. And it really started not very lucky, I guess. I was traveling to the airport by bus, and on the highway there were two traffic accidents, and it got delayed. And I arrived at the airport a few minutes before I could check in and everything, and it was really close. So yeah,
Oh wow.
from the start it was really insane. Then yeah, I took the plane, arrived, then when I arrived, I realized my battery on phone was almost dying. So so I uh, hop in onto some train, and I hope it is right. And I to this day I still wonder how I managed to catch all the right trains and everything. Yeah, and
Oh,
then yeah, it was. I think ISF to this day is one of the best days of my life. Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
amazing, amazing. So the
Yeah,
first, um, so you get there. How early were
yeah.
you there? How early before the tournament started did you arrive? Like a week before, a day before?
Uh, the day before there were some events like at the school, but I actually missed them
Mm,
because of my uh, of the train. Oh, no, not train, of the plane.
mm,
Because if I chose another one, it would be a lot more expensive.
yeah.
So, but I participated at this uh, not dinner but
Mm,
buffet before. There were a lot of food. Almost every player was there.
mm,
Uh, Also, they announced the uh, uh, not brackets, the qualification. No, I my qualification opponents, I
ah,
guess. Yeah, and I met a lot of people, uh, and
yeah.
when I saw my qualification group, I almost fainted on the spot because because uh, when I saw that I had two uh, five dan amateurs in my group, Koshiro and Umbreon.
Yeah,
I was like, that's insane. I mean, it's
I well that so it's funny. Yeah, so that Koshiro match, I
yeah.
watched. I was visiting family in Florida. This it's a southeast part of the United States. So I was visiting family there, and we were on the beach, and I was watching that game like on my phone. He had uploaded it. I'm watching that game, and I'm like, who is this Ureshino-ryu player? And I'm just trying to figure out like what who is this? And I'm Koshiro's biggest fan, so I'm cheering for
Yeah.
him. But like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, gosh, what is the what is this Ureshino-ryu player going to do, and how can I learn from this? So I watched that, across the world. I watched that match, not live, of course, but I watched that match on the beach, and I was so impressed. I was so impressed. It's amazing that a year or so later here I'm talking to you about it. Did so anyway? So you get that qualification. Did you sleep? How did what are you too nervous? Are you sleeping? Did you do any preparation? Like, did you look up your opponents?
Uh, not not really. I preferred a nice sleep, and
Mm.
actually there is this funny coincidence, I guess. First, the first person I met at the hotel was my opponent from the finals in the B tournament.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I we back then we just exchanged greetings in the elevator, but yeah, who would have known that he would be my final opponent?
Oh wow. That's amazing. Gosh. So everyone must have just been like incredibly happy to be there. The environment must have been
Yeah,
like
absolutely. It was like
Oh, wow.
another world.
Wow. Wow. So you play your first round matches. What about the second day? Like what was your second day like? Like did you play in the simul with the pros, or were you doing other things?
I think it was the third day, but
Oh, the third day.
yeah,
Third day.
this,
Sorry, sorry, sorry,
yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah. This, uh, yeah, it was really exciting to see all this professional one by one. Uh, I think uh, I overestimated it a little bit because uh, I played the handicap game because I wasn't sure how it would go, and
Yeah.
I'm dealing with the professionals, but I actually managed to win pretty easily.
Nice.
I set up this nice trap that was several moves hidden,
Mm.
and going one by one, they didn't really pay attention to this trap. So
Okay.
I, and when it was over, the person who came look at it as made uh, nodded and resigned. Yeah,
Nice. Nice. It's a handicap game, but it still has to feel great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was, yeah, atmosphere, everything. It was, yeah.
Yeah. On in the Kishin Shogi Wars tournament interview that I saw on the Shogi Dojo Leon channel. I think you mentioned that your favorite professional is Aoshima.
Oh,
Was he there, or like have is that still the case, or and was he there?
oh, yeah, he was.
Oh, oh wow! So you were able to
So,
meet him.
but only at this simultaneous game. So
Mhm.
he only played few moves and greeted me, but
Okay.
it was still enough. Uh, yeah, it it's it's funny because I uh, saw his games, his chess games, even before I was shogi
Ah.
shogi player. I think it was uh, chess Olympiad, and Slovakia played Japan,
Hmm.
and he played as a Japan chess representative. So yeah, it was really uh, funny coincidence,
Amazing,
I guess. Yeah.
amazing. What did chess come up at all? Like with him being there, did anyone, because there are, there were, I know that like the United States representative, one of the United States representatives is a chess national master, and I know he's talked about chess before, and the combination of chess and shogi. Was there any sort of chess shogi? And I know that Habu is a strong chess player. Like, was there any chess shogi kind of cross discussion at ISF?
Oh, not really. I
Okay.
heard about there was some, but I was playing the main tournament,
Mm,
and I just couldn't lose.
yeah.
I won, and I needed to play another round, and other players had the chance playing professionals or at this open dojo.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I won, and then I remained at the hall and played another game and another game. So yeah, it was. But I wasn't complaining about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah, but I missed because of that I missed some things.
So do tournaments bring out your best? Because I mean, your results, again, for someone who has not played so long, your results seem incredible, absolutely incredible. The Kishin tournament, ISF, making it to ISF, the WOSC, like these are amazing results. Does it just bring out your best, or like is there a
Uh,
calm that you have that maybe is just a nice little advantage?
uh, I'm not sure about my best, but uh, I like the most playing over the board
Yeah.
because there are psychological aspect to this as well. You
Yes.
can you can observe your opponent, how he's feeling, and it you can gather more information from that. Also, you provide some information as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it really gets my blood pumping
Hmm.
when I play over the board and tournaments, especially.
What is your club scene like? Are you playing regularly over the board?
Yeah, we have weekly meetings at town I'm currently at. So that's nice. It's usually it's 4 or 5 people there. Uh,
Awesome.
Sometimes our highest is like 9 or 10, but sometimes there is just two of us. So
Yeah.
yeah, but the 4 of 5, it's this nice middle,
That's
and I
that's
think
awesome.
it's great.
And then you've got the club every week, but then being in Europe, you have you seems like, I mean, you've said you played like 10 tournaments. You have access to all these tournaments. Are you, so you're regularly traveling? Like do you base some of your schedule around these tournaments?
Uh, I mean, when there is tournament relatively near, then I'm definitely setting my schedule so I can make it.
Yeah.
And also, I organize tournaments myself because, as I said in the beginning, there was one annual tournament in Slovakia,
Yeah.
and back then it demotivated me. So I decided, why not I organize more of the tournaments
Mm.
myself and provide more opportunities, and maybe new people would be interested as well.
Yeah, that's actually one of the questions I had sort of noted down, or one of the notes that I've got is that you had said on the Shogi Harbor Discord. Actually, I think I've mostly got the quote here. You said you made a shogi tournament for beginners at a local school, and the winner got 1,800 elo. This was in the context on Shogi Harbor. There was an elo, like a ratings
Ah,
discussion,
yeah, yeah.
and so you set up a tournament at the school. Um, and it sounds like, setting up these tournaments is important to you. So like what are your goals there? Like, you want to grow the Slovakian chess or shogi world, or like you said, you want to give people opportunities to play like you did, or you just want more opponents for yourself? Like, tell me more about your motivation for all that.
Oh, I think it was promotion of shogi in general. I really like this game, and
Yeah.
I want to spread it to the world. But I am currently here in Slovakia, so I will spread to the local clubs or school. It was my uh, school I was attending when I was kid. So
Mm.
I had connection with the principal and others. So it was nice that we could set up. It was divided to two parts. First, we made this shogi uh, promo, and 2 weeks later we organized a tournament for the kids.
Wow.
And yeah, few of the kids were actually my pupils, chess pupils.
Ah.
Uh, when I was high schooler, I had this. I teached little kids chess for few years, and several years later, now I teach them how to play shogi.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. How is it catching on? Are people enjoying it? Like, one thing I've found is that, if the organizer or the people trying to promote it are, really enthusiastic, there's a big chance that, people are going to also be enthusiastic about it. Is it working out for you? Like, are you getting more players?
Well, it's little bit isolated because it was my hometown,
Yeah.
uh, 8 hours distance from the capital.
Mm.
So back then I travel home and organize this event, and then went back. But actually, in few weeks, I am planning to do another promo event at the hometown and also another tournament. This
Wow.
time it will be team tournament because why not?
Yeah. Oh, that's inspiring. I'm just amazed. Is there so you're hopeful then for the growth of shogi? Even with chess being so popular, you're hopeful for the growth.
Oh yeah, I think it's all about exposure
Mm-hmm.
because there was none, and when there is no exposure, there can't be new players. I mean, after this school event, the Sl- uh, s- uh, FESA Slovak players doubled in one day.
Wow.
Basically, I mentioned there were 15 of us, but after this event, there were more than 30 of us in Slovakia because, yeah, in new town we had new people. So, yeah, I'm playing. My plan is to solidify shogi in this one town. I don't want to go from one town to another, and it will be uh, I will go from one town to another, and the shogi in this previous town will die, and
Yeah.
this will continue. So my plan is to focus on one town, and if it will catch on, then I can uh, arrange to move to another town and
Wow.
plan some shogi events there.
Wow. That's so admirable. That's amazing. And you're risking your next ISF slot by bringing in all these players.
Yeah, that's that's why I am also training
Great.
my best. Yeah.
It's the there's the saying, in English, the rising tide lifts all the boats. And yeah, like that's how to get stronger. That's how to get stronger, is to get more people, more stronger. Um, is there anything that makes it difficult to get this? What are the difficulties as you perceive them to growing the shogi base or to spreading the game? You said
Uh,
exposure. Is that really it, or is there? I know some people talk about the pieces. Some people talk about the lack of materials.
oh yeah, I mean money is always problem because
Mm,
you need to have the sets if you want to organize something. That's why I took part-time job, earned some money, and bought a set. If you have goal, then you can achieve it. I mean, if you
wow,
look into my background, then those are actually
the
shogi sets.
shogi.cz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, and I really like them because they are really accessible for the beginners. I I always told them that shogi is not really complicated. You only need to know three things: how the pieces move, how to drop pieces, and how to promote. And one of these three, how to move, is immediately eliminated because you look at the pieces and you know how they move. So it
Mm,
really helps uh, instead of people looking at the pieces and wondering what was it and how
yeah.
it moves, they can immediately start calculating and what would be good move. So it
Awesome.
really helps there.
Awesome. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Well, there's so we've hit an hour now, and I think this is something that I've said now in pretty much every other podcast. I feel like we could talk for so much longer, and maybe this will be maybe I'll just have to take all the questions I have that we didn't get to and put them for a second episode. But is there anything you wanted to really talk about or bring up that we might not have discussed today?
Hmm. I I think I had prepared a story about my Ureshino-ryu origins
Mm,
and also some things as well, but uh, maybe a little story how I solidified as a definitely solidified as a Ureshino-ryu player.
all right.
I think I told this story only once or twice. So, but I definitely I became Ureshino Ryu player because of my beef with certain member of Shogi Harbor. So when uh, I recently started playing Shogi, and I was fourth Q or something. Oh, recently, I mean, more, maybe it was month. I'm not really sure,
Mm,
but I was fourth Q, and I I played game on 81 Dojo against third Dan, who for some unknown reason challenged me because why not?
yeah.
So we played this game, and I actually felt like it wasn't really that bad. I was hanging on, but after game, I really wanted to know what I could improve or anything because I was still beginner and I had not uh, not the greatest idea what I was doing and everything. And there is this channel in Shogi Harbor where you post your games and some strong players could analyze them.
Hmm.
So I posted there and I patiently waited, and then someone responded, and actually they offered that they will analyze this game on stream. I was like, okay, so I will turn on the stream and I will listen what they will have to say about this game. And it was, I think, 30 minutes of non-stop roasting uh, uh, my choice of the opening
Hmm.
and why would I play Ureshino and it's really bad and uh, it it was it really back then it really shocked me.
Yeah.
Uh, but I was like, okay, whatever, and I think I forgot about it. And there was this another game that completely solidified when I was first Q, and I was ambitiously trying to reach the first dan. And back then I had 9 wins in the row. I was on the roll,
Hmm.
and it was like I was like, oh, I can round it up to 10 wins. So I got challenged from fourth Q, so 3 ranks lower, and I was like, I think I can win this game. But actually, I got challenged by streamer account who didn't manage to gain the rating.
Yeah.
yeah. So, and I actually checked the stream again, and it was another session of Ureshino roasting. So,
Mm,
so I decided, okay, uh, you roasted my opening. I will try my best, and I will surpass you,
yeah,
and to prove a point. So that was really huge motivator. Back then, I was first queue, and
yeah,
that third person was third down. So I had a lot of climbing to do, but yeah, I was like uh, tried my best, analyze it, and
yeah.
managed to climb my way and
I love it.
surpass.
That
Yeah,
that's incredible motivation. I love it. I love it.
yeah,
You know, and
Ac-
I think it doesn't. You know, the opening is one thing in shogi, but to think there are players out there. You know, Ureshino Sensei himself is 7 dan on Shogi Wars. You know, there are other players who are
yeah,
5+ dan. You know, strong players. A professional recently played it. You know, I think it's a great opening. But having
yeah,
people tell me it's not a great opening is motivating. I agree.
yeah. I mean, back then when I was still beginner, it was told to me like it was the worst thing I can
Yeah,
do. It was a lot of bad propaganda against
yeah, I agree.
Ureshino, and but I think when I was stagnating for a while as a second dan, I look, I search for the VOD, added to which, turn on this roasting stream,
Mm.
watch it. I watched it, and I was
Re-
remotivated to to do better. And yeah,
Oh, that is so great. That is so great. Oh my gosh. Just hearing you talk about this, I am so inspired now to just like train even harder. Oh, this is so great. Oh wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. If it isn't obvious now, um I was already a fan, but you now have a bit the biggest you now have like your biggest fan is now an even bigger fan.
thank you.
I have reviewed all the games that you've put up for ESC WSC, and boy, I love how passionate you are about this stuff. We need more people in the shogi world like this, and I'm grateful for you taking the time to to do this interview. If people want to get in touch with you or they want to see like your games, like do you have anything you'd like to any contact like any social media or at least shogi or where can people find you?
Mm, I think Shogi Harbor. I am not really participating actively in conversations, but
Yeah,
I'm reading them.
yeah, same.
uh, and mm, I guess Lishogi account that I posted my games. Uh, it's not like I play a lot of games on Lishogi,
Hmm.
but I yeah, it exists.
Yeah,
I actually I before this interview I checked my first game on Lishogi, and I actually played Nakabisha, if you would believe
oh,
it.
that's what I started playing.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I was still. I checked the rules. I put the rook in the center, tried to build a castle, and my opponent played Bogin and destroyed this
Yep.
side. Yeah, but uh, everyone was a beginner at some point. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It was really nice to actually revisit uh, some of my older games, or those games that were roasted,
Yeah.
yeah, or my first game. So Yeah.
Yeah, and see how far you've come. You're traveling to Japan to play in tournaments, and you started with these games. Oh, it's so amazing. So thank you again. Thank you so much. This has been an honor and a pleasure. And I wish you the best for all your shogi. I'll be following, and have a great remainder of your day. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Subscribe.
for what's that?
Subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. Subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you everybody for
Yeah.
watching and supporting, and take care. Bye.
Bye bye.